Hey guys, welcome to AKV and this is Vishnu. So in this illustration, X and Y, security X and Y has standard deviation of 3 and 9. Nitin is having a surplus of 20 lakhs for his investment in two securities. How much should he invest in each of the three securities to minimize risk? If the correlation coefficient of X and Y is -1 and -0.3 and 0 and zero point 0.6. Guys, over here we have security X and Y. Nitin has 20 lakhs in his hand and he needs to invest this in X and Y in some proportion. So the risk of X and Y should be 3 and 9. So and the correlation has been given. So correlation is the different situations at which we need to find it what proportion Mr. Nitin has to invest those funds. So going ahead with the solution, standard deviation of X would be 3 and standard deviation of Y would be 9, and the correlation coefficient of security X and Y would be -1, -0.3, 0 and zero point 0.6. Weight of X should be A and weight of Y should be 1 minus A. So computation of investment in security, the proportion of investment on X and Y would be, the formula would be standard deviation of y square minus 2coxy into standard deviation of x plus standard deviation of y minus 2coxy. So standard deviation of y square minus covariance of xy divided by standard deviation of x square plus standard deviation of y square minus 2 into correlation of xy. So the proportion would be, here I have made a table for the computation. So the covariance of xy will be, the correlation coefficient is, if the correlation coefficient is -1, then the correlation coefficient COV would be, covariance would be -1 into 3 into 9, which means 27. So so the formula would be 9 into 9 minus 27 divided by 3 into 3 plus 9 into 9 minus 27 into 2. Therefore the final figure would be 0.75 and x equals 0.75. Therefore y would be 1 minus 0.75, which equals 0.25. Therefore the proportion would be 20 lakh into 0.75, 15 lakh, and minus 20 lakh or 20 lakh into 0.25, which is 5 lakh. If the correlation coefficient is -3, then COV of xy would be -0.3 into 3 into 9, which is -8.1. Therefore the formula would be 9 into 9 minus -8.1 divided by 3 into 3 plus 9 into 9 minus the whole bracket minus 8 into 1 into 2, which becomes, the proportion would be 0.839%. So 1 minus 0.839 will give you 0.161. Therefore the proportion would be 20 lakhs into 0.839, 16 lakh 78,000, and the remaining balance of rupees 3 lakh 22,000 would be the proportion of security Y. If the correlation coefficient is 0, then the COV of xy would be 0 into zero point 0.3 into 0 into 3 into 9, which is 0. Therefore, the formula would be 9 into 9 minus 0 divided by 3 into 3 plus 9 into 9 minus 0 into 0 0.1 into 0 into 2. Sorry, here there is no 0.1, which means 0.9. If x is to 0.9, then y is equal to 0.1. Therefore, the proportion will be 18 lakh and 2 lakh. Going further, if the correlation coefficient is 0.6, then the COV of xy would be 0.6 into 9, 3 into 9, which is 16.2. The final stage it would be 0.6, and which equals 9 into 9 minus 16.2 divided by 3 into 3 into 9 to 9 minus 16.2 into 0.2, which gives the final answer as 1.125. So 1.125 is greater than 1. So at this correlation level, risk reduction is not possible. Reduction risk below 3 is not possible. Below 3% will not be possible. So guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you are clear with this example. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe.